There we go. And the final book review is today's speaker, Michael Schratt. I got to tell you, I'm a visual guy. So this book is just, I mean, it hits the spot. Just briefly what it says here, a fully illustrated book details 20 historical UFO cases, which were secured from multiple research centers around the United States and had never been seen before. In addition, the publication also highlights multiple UFO encounters, many of with beings reported. A few cases covered in this book, the mystery airship wave of night, and then it goes on and talks about. I gotta tell you, knowing the stories and then seeing the illustrations that Michael has put together, it's just amazing. And I've got one special note on this. His book it's not in hard copy, it's in Kindle. But if you don't have a Kindle reader, which I don't have, you can go on Amazon and for free, you can download a Kindle converter and read the book on your laptop. That's what I did. I got that, then I ordered the book and I read the book on my PC. You didn't have to have a Kindle. So anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there. And that's my book reviews for this month. Okay, this is why you people showed up. You didn't show up to hear from me talk about books and cases and stuff. Well, you might have wanted to talk about cases, but today's headliner, Michael Schratt, is a private pilot, an aviation historian, investigated UFO encounters for over 25 years. Between 2008 and 2009, Michael meticulously reviewed a minimum of 50,000 cases in an effort to maintain an important part of our national history. Recreated dozens of highly credible UFO cases by using drawings, illustration, and commissioned artwork. Many of these include USO, unidentified submerged objects, actual extraterrestrial encounters, and prehistory UFO cases. He has appeared on multiple media platforms to include the following: Coast to Coast AM, History Channel, Paranormal Matrix, UFO Hunters, Fade to Black. Guest speaker at multiple UFO conferences, including the following: Phoenix MUFON, Orange County MUFON, International UFO Congress, MUFON Symposium, and UFO Con. And with that, Michael, it's all yours.
February 3rd, 1983, Mobile, Alabama. This is a 210-foot long craft by 80 feet high. Primary eyewitness was driving home to Mobile, Alabama after a 9 p.m. dinner engagement. She heard this big booming noise. Her car started shaking, so she pulled off to the side of the road. She looked under the vehicle, thinking that the transmission might have fallen out or something. Everything seemed to be okay there. She went another half mile off to a kind of a lit clearing area, and she saw this craft hovering 10 feet above the ground. She said it had a tapering afterbody, kind of like a wedding cake. It had these holes. She said the whole thing was fastened by rivets, kind of like these arcane rivets. Looking through these portholes, she could see through to the other side, and she described what looked like, the way that she described it is it looked like a shipping yard on the East Coast where they were building a battleship. There were these cross beams and girders and bulkheads. That's what the interior looked like. So if we start on the top, it had a transparent section that wrapped around maybe 40% of the upper dome, and she could see what looked like these 5'10" humanoid-looking beings. It was a very antiseptically sterile environment. They were wearing these one-piece tight-fitting white flight suits. Below that, there was another transparent section. Below that, she could see 4 box-like structures with these shafts sticking out that were about 6 feet in length. Then there was a door that was closing from right to left. She also identified an asphalt road at the bottom. And on the far wall, she said she could see tubes, pipes, and cylinders on the far wall. Now, that's something that I've got on 12 separate cases. These strange pipes and tubes and cylinders are being reported on the bottom of these craft. On the very bottom here, there were 2 additional gondolas each containing these same humanoid-looking beings. And then she said she could see.
I'm in the middle of doing a MUFON webinar.
Hey, Michael, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Michael, hold on a second. Hey, Susan, your microphone's hot.
Bye-bye.
So every time you move or talk, we get to hear you. So if you could mute your microphone, Susan, that would help. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll go back here. She also mentioned she could see what looked like 24-inch by 24-inch square, highly polished chrome mirror sections that were in the formation of a cross on the bottom of this craft. Here's an enlargement showing you the door closing from right to left, and here you can see on the left-hand side these tubes, pipes, and cylinders on this left wall. Again, this is something I've got like 12 separate cases. This is the original sketch from the APRO bulletin from the actual investigator who interviewed the eyewitness, and this is what we've done, this composite from the actual sketch here.